Well, hello, podcast listener. This is Scott. March is here. We got St. Patrick's Day coming up. So you got a whole plethora of things to do for the month of March. But what you can do right now, follow us on our social media at Comedy Food Truck, both on Facebook and Instagram, and then head on over to our YouTube channel and subscribe over there at Comedy Food Truck. Now get to work. Enjoy your show.
Do it.
You're listening to the Comedy Food Truck Podcast. We talk life, food, relationships, and have fun with all of it. And now here's your host, comedian John Hill.
I just want to be loved.
Is that so wrong?
That's right. You know, one of the highlights of my life is when this show ends. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
No, I'm so grateful, honestly.
Can't wait for the end of the show.
What are we, 3+ years in?
Yeah.
And we've got no monetization. We haven't increased our viewership.
Yeah.
We have, actually.
We have. Yeah.
But, you know, we're...
Doubled.
Yeah, well, so we went from, what, 6 to 12? What
That's
did
about
we
it,
do?
yeah, I think so,
because I looked at one of ours I was going back through the YouTube archives, and one of them had 13 views.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Like, man, they're calling us soon. But you know, we don't do this.
We get a lot of listens. Our YouTube's actually our least.
Is it?
Yeah, the least of our.
That's hilarious.
We call it consumed product.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we put so much effort into it.
We do.
We do.
It's worth it.
The
Yes,
show's
we
so
do.
much better.
So much effort.
I'm saying the technical effort to put it on YouTube is what I mean. There's so much effort into that. But we're excited about March. The madness is happening.
Is it
is.
March already?
Yeah,
February.
the college basketball tournament. I usually every year, get involved in some sort of pool and do pretty well. But man, this year I got to be honest, I got no clue. Like I'm looking at teams and like some of the traditionals and some of the ones you kind of, because when I don't know a lot, then I go by coach. I go by like, is this an upper class, whatever.
Right.
I got no clue this year, man. So I don't even know if I'll do anything.
I haven't followed at all. I only know that UCLA was ranked, but that's about it.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Hey, I wanted to let everybody know that I got a couple shows coming up. I don't usually do a lot of comedy these days, but I do have a couple shows. One's in Marietta on St. Patrick's Day.
Nice.
For a bunch of singles that are probably 35, north of 35. It's probably online somewhere. I don't know, Marietta singles group or something, and there's a show probably there if you want to get tickets. I don't know if you have to buy tickets or you can just show up, but if you're interested, come on out. There's a lot of good comedians. And then Squeaky Clean is doing a show on that Sunday. I think it's Sunday, the 19th.
19th.
In the evening. I know it's in Ontario, but I don't know the exact place.
Okay.
But I think if you search for Squeaky Clean and the date, which is March 19th, and maybe my name, it might come up. So
Okay.
I probably should know more, but this is the state of my comedy career.
Doesn't Squeaky Clean, doesn't he normally do it at the Dave & Buster's over there?
It's what he was, but I don't know if it is there or not. I just know it's in Ontario.
Oh.
It could
Gotcha.
be. There is a Dave & Buster's in Ontario. He did used to do that. But it also could be at a church. I've seen him do shows at churches and stuff. It could be in a community center. It could be, we could be doing this outside somewhere on a corner of a McDonald's. I don't even know. But I just know it's in Ontario. So if you're interested, you could look it up and
We
see.
can post on our social media too if you get more
Well, that'd be
info.
good. I
Yeah.
could probably, maybe in the show notes or whatnot, we could throw it in there. That's cool. That's a good idea.
Yep.
Maybe I can
You
figure
post
that
it with that picture that you're wearing the hat?
out. Which hat?
The fedora?
Fedora-looking hat.
Oh, the fedora one. Why?
I don't know. It's a good picture.
He likes
It's a good real estate picture. The person who took those, somebody who takes like real estate agent pictures. So they got one with me like pointing like this, and then like this, my hands out, and then pointing to something that's probably I'll buy your house, that kind of stuff.
This is the one we used on the radio
weird.
show as well.
Probably.
We used to do the flyers for the Fabulous
anything
Lifestyle.
in the Fabulous Lifestyle. That's all that real estate stuff.
Okay.
So it's funny, but anyhow, but on with the show. So Jared's here. How you doing, Jared?
I'm doing okay.
And then Scott's here. How you doing, Scott?
Good.
And then HR puffin stuff. And then I have no idea why I said that. Ray's here.
Hi, John.
Hey, Ray.
Good to see you.
Good to see you
Glad
too.
to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Wow. I don't know if we have you or you have us, but somebody's got somebody.
both.
That's all I know.
Let go.
I'm having a friend for dinner.
Yeah.
So, Jared, I think you got a topic for us this time around that's kind of poignant considering the season we're in. Why don't you set that all up?
With Oscar season coming up, which I couldn't care less about.
What?
But I know. But I thought that it was pretty fascinating. Did you know that the movie's just turned 100 years old?
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Nah, movies, okay, but there was kind of two phases
Making
because there were
film?
sort of silent films and then there was films with sound. Are it's 100 years
100
back
years
to silent films?
of movies.
Moving pictures?
Yeah, so, moving pictures.
Wait, so we didn't have
I don't know.
anything that was close to a movie before 1922?
I don't believe
1923?
so. Yeah, I don't believe so.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
It sounds about right. I don't know,
It
though.
could just be the consumer,
The actual film
the actually people
where people
making
paid money to go
consumer
watch.
I
films.
was just watching
Yeah.
The Aviator
Oh yeah.
a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember around the time period because he made his big old, huge, the opening picture.
It's big production. Yeah.
What was it called? It was about World War II, and it had
Uh-huh.
I can't remember. But anyway, he started as a silent film, and then that was part of why the budget went so crazy. He changed it to a film of sound,
Because sound came around.
and I can't remember what year that was. That was around 1932, maybe. So yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Then it was probably 10 years or so of silent films, and
Yeah.
remember with the like the dialogue would come up, like they didn't have like subtitles.
Yeah.
Like you'd have these
like these cards
Title
or whatever.
cards,
almost,
title
and
cards,
then you'd
dialogue,
go,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. On a
So-
side note, real
Yeah.
quick, John Williams just turned 91.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So he's almost as old as the movies.
About a month ago, he
That's
turned
funny.
91.
Wow. Got that?
Have some
Anyways.
eyes.
John has no microphone etiquette at
I'm
all.
getting ready. I know. I don't care.
He
It's my show.
yawns.
It's my show.
Choose.
It's my show.
All right, so Variety just put out a list of the 100 greatest movies of all time,
Variety.
as voted on by 30 Variety critics, writers, and editors.
Critics. Oh, man.
They want us to argue about this.
Of course they
course
do.
they
John will.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
know. I'm not as big a buff when it comes to 100 years worth of movie. There's probably some older
lot.
films that are, pretty good that I don't know about.
Yeah. As they said, the hard part was deciding which movies to leave out. So
Oh, I'm sure there's more than 100 films that could be on that list.
there are some on here
Has
that
to be.
shocked me. Some on here I disagree
It's
with.
only one
for
a year.
sure.
It's only one a year. If you think about it,
Yeah.
right? They have to go every year. I'm not saying they did this,
Pick
but
the film from that year.
well, if they could go that way, but then if you've got, I don't think they did. I'm sure there's some years where there's not a single film from that year that's on that list.
Could be. Yeah. I
Has to
actually
be.
didn't look at the
You
dates.
could just
and
go
they
by.
didn't
You could just go
specify.
by whoever won Best Picture. But when did they start doing the awards?
Well, sure.
Yeah, it wasn't.
the Academy and all that
But
came
Best
later.
Picture isn't always the best picture.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, meaning, the one that won,
Right.
Yep. So what I did was I highlighted some that I thought were noteworthy.
Okay.
Worthy.
Noteworthy.
Noteworthy.
Norworthy.
And then I
Not
saved
worthy.
the top 10
Okay.
that we can. I don't know if we want to guess. Some of these you probably never get, but
Might be able to with a few clues, but,
Sure.
I mean, or at least get close.
yeah, I think maybe you just pick
100
some that
years
you
is a
think
long
might
time.
be in the top 10, and I'll just read them off. So
Do you want us to do that now, or do you want to read off the noteworthy ones first, and then we start trying to guess?
let me do the noteworthy ones first.
Okay.
But let me first get a drink of water because I have a tickle in my throat.
I'm excited. I am excited. Some might say excited, but I'm excited.
Okay. You're exited?
I'm excited.
Number 100 was The Graduate. Never saw that movie.
That's the 100th best movie.
Yeah.
The original Graduate with Dustin Hoffman
Yes.
and
1967.
forget the girl's name. The lady, the mom, Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah. I
Can't think of her name either. But Dustin,
Yeah.
yeah, when he's banging on that window and yelling at the girl he loves. You know they had a sequel for that.
The
Oh, boy.
postgraduate.
Huh?
The
No, I'm-
postgraduate?
No.
No, they did?
No, I'm saying there was Jennifer Aniston, Kevin Costner. They were in a movie. I can't remember the name of it, but it was not.
Rumor has it?
Yes, and I don't think it was necessarily. I shouldn't say an official sequel, but what I mean is it's based on the family who the movie The Graduate was based on.
Okay.
And so there were these relationships in that movie that were interesting. But I'm not saying that. I don't know if there was some sign, like if the people who made The Graduate would see that way. But that's
Yeah. Okay. Alien was number 97.
97. That's a little low for me.
Yeah, I would
I
put
think.
that higher.
But
yeah.
I've
never saw
hard to
it.
know. You've not seen Alien.
I've never seen any of them.
Honestly, I mean it's pretty good, but the what's the word I want? The what do you call that? The special effects.
Yeah.
They're dated, obviously.
Sure.
But they
they still hold up pretty
the
good.
idea of the story though, it's a little character driven. So it's kind of that era was a little bit slow. But man, I love Ridley Scott movies.
Yeah.
I love Ridley Scott's work. He might be one of my favorite directors.
Okay. 96 was A Hard Day's Night, the Beatles' first movie. Have you seen that?
I've heard of it. I've probably seen clips. I don't think I've seen the whole.
Actually, was a pretty good film. It kind of falls apart at the end for me, but I did enjoy
movie.
it.
For being about a band or whatever,
Right.
Them running. Looks like better than those Monkeys movies.
Right.
Remember that? The Monkeys used to make
Planet of the
movies.
Apes.
Yeah, no, not that one. The band, the Monkeys. Although Planet of the Apes better be on that
It
list.
better be on there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it.
You're kidding.
Get your hands off me, you.
Listen, this is where I'll start arguing. They're not taking into account the societal effect that a movie like that had.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to at least account in some ways for the impact, that the statement that was being made.
Right.
They make so many agenda laden movies now, like Avatar and others, that get all this acclaim. That was such a huge statement. Think about it. The Planet of the Apes, made in the 60s, or at least in the 60s, in the middle of the civil rights movement, with all of this stuff going on.
Yeah.
And they released that movie.
Right.
And you're telling me that doesn't make the top 100? That's crazy. What is it, Variety Critics?
Yes.
Guys are a bunch of
There it is. Here it comes.
ACLU, whatever.
Here it comes.
Go ahead, sorry.
95 was Toy Story.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it was also, for its time,
very cutting edge.
it started to be,
CGI.
right, correct.
Yeah.
And it changed animation.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So, okay.
This one got me. I actually like this movie, but top 100, Bridesmaids. 2011, Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy.
You're kidding me.
No.
Planet of the Apes gets left off for Bridesmaids?
Right.
Stop.
I thought they were the same movie.
That's ridiculous. Stupid. Bridezilla.
Same cultural
That's
statement.
terrible.
Yeah.
That's a terrible, terrible addition to the top 100.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, but not.
I
top
already know
100.
we're going to have movies that I like way better that are left
Absolutely.
off. I know
Yeah.
that. I don't even think I saw that movie all the way through, but
Yeah.
Certainly.
It is funny, but yeah.
I mean, it's funny and all, but it's not even, I don't know, is it even a top whatever comedy? I mean, it's kind of weird.
No. I mean, it was well done, but again, top
Stop.
100. Come on.
Bridesmaids.
Number 90 was The Shining.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's good.
That's pretty low on the
That's
list, though.
good.
Yeah.
I'd put that higher up.
That's a good movie.
Good movie.
Yeah, that is so well acted.
Yeah. 88 was Malcolm X.
Okay.
Okay.
That's an incredible movie.
Yep.
Honestly, really probably Spike Lee's best.
Okay.
Probably. I think
Well,
through
and he
a
gets
whole list
Denzel
of
Washington, right?
Yeah, but he had him in Mo Better Blues and some other things too. But that was, I'd have to see a list of all of Spike's movies. But that's a good movie.
87 was The Sound of Music.
I was going to say, it's got to be, Sound of Music's got to be in there.
Sounds like it should be on
I'm thinking
there.
Apocalypse Now is going to be in there.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways.
It is, yeah. 85 was Natural Born Killers.
Really?
And it got a lot of acclaim, but I don't love it. But
Yeah.
it's funny that you went from Sound of Music to Apocalypse Now. But anyway, sorry. I'm still thinking about how Ray's mind went from Sound of Music. I think Apocalypse Now will be in there.
The Dark Knight was number 81.
The hills are alive with napalm. What's that? Sorry.
Dark Knight was 81.
Huey's.
Okay, that might be the best of the Batman series,
Yeah,
to be
okay.
completely honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if that's going to be the case, then there better at least be something from Marvel in there somewhere. Because you're going to tell me the best of all those comic book movies throughout 100 years is made by a DC film? No. Can't buy that.
I
there's
think
any
the
Marvel.
first.
I can't buy
think
that.
the first Iron Man was really good.
Oh, that was pretty
Actually,
good.
that
But
was
if you ask me what the best Marvel movie was, it was Black Panther.
Yeah.
No, hold on a second. So you're saying that the best Batman movie was The Dark Knight? You're not saying the original Batman
With Michael Keaton
with
No.
Michael Keaton?
and
Dark,
Jack Nicholson.
Dark Knight was better.
It was better.
Really?
Yeah, as a film, it was better.
I think if you want to separate the comic book Batman from the TV show Batman,
Oh, okay.
then yes, the first Batman was a little more on the TV show side because Jack was brilliant and there was Michael Keaton. Nobody thought he could
was
pull
still
it off.
cartoony.
Right, but it was still a little bit campy.
Yes.
But on purpose. I think it was by
Right.
design. It wasn't by default. It was
Well,
by
it's
design.
Tim Burton, wasn't it?
Right. So that had a
Yeah.
different feel to it. But I think because of that, though, the penalty is I don't think I could say that's one of the top 100 movies of all time.
Yeah.
But I think Heath Ledger's performance in Dark Knight,
Brilliant.
ridiculous. One of the best
Yeah.
ever in all of film.
Yep.
And I'm not a huge DC or Batman fan, but that was what brought me into watching Batman was that
Yeah.
trilogy there with because I never thought I'd buy Christian Bale. I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't do it, but it wasn't like he'd be my favorite choice. I mean, clearly George Clooney would be the best Batman, but no, I'm
course.
kidding. But I do George Clooney, George Tomfoolery. But what I was going to say is, speaking of which, there's a George Clooney movie that maybe hopefully will be on the list. But but it's the Heath Ledger piece, and then just the whole flow of that particular movie was pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I hated who played the girl, that was my least favorite girl love
They
interest.
switched her. What's
Yes.
her name with the first one? I'm trying to think. She was married to Tom Cruise. I'm blanking on her name.
I can see
Nicole
Nicole
Kidman?
Kidman.
No, it wasn't her. It was the other girl, the Katie
Oh,
Holmes.
Katie Holmes. You're
yeah.
right. Katie Holmes was, and then they.
Yeah.
Oh, she was in that one.
She was in the first one, right?
No, Katie's
Did
the
they
one
switch
who
her?
in Dark Knight gets killed.
I thought that was what's her name? The
No.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right.
Katie Holmes was in the
No, I
first
did
one.
like Katie better. And it is Maggie
Same
who gets
character,
killed.
they just changed
Yeah,
actresses.
She
Yeah.
got killed now. I
Okay.
didn't like Maggie that much either.
Number 79 is actually one of my favorite movies, Waiting for Guffman.
You brought that up before.
Yeah.
I still have not seen it, but
I've
it's
seen
kind
it.
of a spoofy
Yep.
thing,
I've
right?
seen
It's
a small
it's
town
a total
thing.
spoof, yeah. And
yeah.
it's the thing that's brilliant about it for me was that there was a story structure, but the entire thing is improv.
Right. Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, this is great stuff. Eugene Levy, Christopher Guest,
Right.
Right.
Eugene Levy.
Catherine
yeah.
O'Hara,
Yeah.
what's Fred Willard? Great stuff.
Small fact, trivial thing nobody knows. Also improved through all the movie. Malcolm X.
Was it?
Oh no, I'm kidding.
How about number 71, My Best Friend's Wedding?
Man,
Julia
they
Roberts.
got low standards. I feel like there's so many movies that could be on this list. That,
I know.
Besides that, even if you think about genre, if you think about maybe they're trying to go from that standpoint,
Yeah.
are there not better romantic movies than
I'm
My
sure
Best
there
Friend's
are.
Wedding?
Yeah. The Proposal.
And that's who now? Who's in that?
Julia Roberts and Rupert Everett, I think.
Oh, Rupert Everett. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even think that's.
Humperdinck?
I'm not
Yes.
even sure that's the best Julia Roberts
Yeah.
vehicle, if you will, for that kind
What
of
about
a-
Pretty Woman? I mean,
I don't see it on here, but it doesn't. It's a
What?
lot to sort through.
Pretty Woman's not on there, but that's on there.
I know. Let's see. Number 64 was Carrie.
Carrie was tight, man. That
okay.
broke over. Funny thing is Carrie, and then what was the other one you said earlier?
Shining.
The Shining, Stephen King things, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Number 63 was Bambi.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's the early side of animation. Like Toy
Right.
Story shifted, Bambi shifted. I like Bambi versus Godzilla, but you know, you remember that?
Yeah. Number 62 was Dazed and Confused.
okay.
In its
I never
era,
saw it.
I guess it's.
I've never seen
Never
it.
saw it.
It was a coming of age kind of movie for a generation of people who were of a certain era, like so to
Yeah.
speak. I didn't see it all, but that's it. I think it had a Winona Ryder and some others in it.
Was Jim Brewer in that movie?
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure Winona was in there and some others like that, or maybe even Robert Downey. I don't remember, but there was some of the actors that ended up being bigger actors, but this is when they were super young,
Right.
and yeah,
Okay. Number 58 was E.T.
Yeah.
no, it definitely needs to be on the list.
Yep.
Again, I'm thinking that for me at least, the theme is: did this movie change movies? Did it change
Right.
culture? Did it
Right.
change
Yeah.
something? And I guess that's where I'm disappointed is when they pick movies I don't feel like did any of that.
Yeah. Ray, since you brought it up, 51 is Apocalypse Now.
Okay. Right in the middle.
Yep. Number 49 was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Again, it did actually
Yeah.
put horror
Yeah,
films
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
map. It started the
1974.
era. That
Yeah.
along with the zombie ones with
Oh, Living Dead, Day of the Living
yeah,
Dead, Night
Day
of the Living Dead,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
all the Living Dead
kind of
movies.
put those kind of horror type movies on the map.
Number 45, I'm going to throw up when I say this. It was Titanic.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an epic. I'm not crazy about the
Maybe
movie.
for special effects. I mean, because at the time,
I'm not crazy about the movie.
From a filmmaking perspective,
Right.
if you
Right.
throw the script out and just look at
Right.
the way the film is made,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful film.
But I mean, even with the script, I mean, honestly, at its time, it was huge.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's the only variable because then you got to throw Avatar and some others in. But I think that and same director, but again, I don't like it the movie, but I put that on there before whatever that other one was, Bridesmaids, whatever, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like at least it's an epic.
yeah.
It's a huge film. It led the way in money and box office for a long time.
Yep.
So
All right. Number 35, Silence of the Lambs.
oh yeah, that's a great film.
Now we're getting somewhere.
It's a great
Yep,
film.
yep, yep.
Yeah. It's a great
Number
film.
30, and John, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but The Empire Strikes Back.
Sure, I have.
Have you seen it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good.
Go back real quick. Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
That film. It's one of those films where you go into it and you're kind of like, what is this? Is this like a mystery? Is this like a? It was a weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't horror, but it wasn't.
No, it was thriller.
It was thriller,
Yeah.
but it was
suspense.
such a
Yeah.
the story, the way it was. I don't know, the whole thing about there was
Yeah.
nothing like it.
No,
Yeah.
not
That's
at
what
the
made
time.
it so great. There
Left
was
an
no-
imprint
there
on
was
you.
Nothing,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Nothing like it. And
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins is just brilliant.
You went out truly disturbed. I mean, it was,
You
'cause this
You
is-
went out of there going, "Oh my gosh, this guy is."
Yeah, it's pre internet and YouTube and all
Criminal
that kind of
Minds
stuff.
kinda
It's-
stuff.
But it's pre all
Yeah.
that stuff that's now out there all the time.
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. There was nothing like it. Yeah,
And no, I mean, Empire Strikes Back. That was a third of the first.
It was the second.
three.
second.
Oh, second
Yeah,
of the first
and
three.
it's I mean widely regarded as the best film of the Star Wars. It's like
Oh,
the,
really?
the
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it definitely was. It had the best story.
It's the middle act.
Yep. Yep.
It's where the heroes get set back.
Yeah. Number 22 is Chinatown.
Okay.
21, Gone with the Wind.
Chinatown was good.
Was it?
Gone,
I never
yeah,
saw that
Gone with the Winds is just epic. I've
Chinatown,
never
is
seen it
that
all the way
Harrison
through.
Ford? Who's in Chinatown?
No, it's Jack.
So Jack Nicholson.
And then
Jack Nicholson, that's
what's her
right.
name? I
I'm
can't remember her
thinking of
name, but there's a big actress. I can't remember.
Yeah. Gone with the Wind.
Is it Faye
too
Dunaway?
much.
Is that she in Chinatown? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But it was a big, epic kind of film too. But I mean, it kind of groundbreaking. You know,
Yeah.
maybe that's a better word than epic. But yeah,
Have you seen the parody of Gone with the Wind on the Carol Burnett show?
Yes.
I
Which
cried,
is
I laughed so
The
hard.
one where she wears the curtains.
She has the
saw it in
curtain
the window
the
and I just
curtain
had to
rod.
have it.
The curtain rod is still in the dress, and she's trying to walk with this curtain rod sticking out. Yeah, I saw it in the window. Just had to have it. Yeah, it's so. Oh, it is the funniest.
It's so good.
that's cool.
It's
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen parts of Gone with the Wind, but not the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Diana loves it. She'll watch it whenever she can, but man,
what
it's so long.
That's what I say about my gas all the time. It's
Right.
Gone with the Wind.
Number 19, Godfather Part
I was
2.
gonna say Godfather's got to come in there somewhere.
19.
Yeah.
So yeah, Godfather should be above it.
Part 2.
I hope they're both
Oh,
on there.
the first
Number
Godfather.
18 is Godfather Part 3. I'm just kidding.
No, I was gonna say I don't think that's on the 100. I don't think that's on the top 100, even though it's a good
Scarface.
movie. But The Godfather 2 is some would say is better, but I can't buy that Godfather's not on the list at all.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume it's ahead of Godfather 2. But go ahead.
Number 16, Casablanca.
Yeah.
That one for its time.
Here's looking
A
at you,
lot
kid.
of groundbreaking camera techniques and shots and stuff in that one.
The
It's a
cinematography is
filmmaker's film for
Yes,
sure.
yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Who was the director? Do you remember?
I knew you were going to do that to me.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I cannot remember who it
It's
was.
his cousin. It was Frankie
But
B.
I remember they lit up Ingrid Bergman's eyes.
Yeah,
they were the
yeah.
first ones to really do that. There was a lot of like shadow techniques that they used
Mm.
to keep someone in the scene even when they were off
yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of stuff like
Speaking, okay, I got some ideas. I won't say them because when we get time to guess, I'll
Yeah,
see
the
if it
top
comes
10.
up before. Yeah.
that. All right, number 14, Do the Right Thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Spike
that
Lee.
could be best Spike Lee movie. Actually, better than Malcolm, and that was early Spike.
Yeah.
It was one of his
Yeah.
early ones. If not his
1989.
first, I don't even know if it wasn't his first. At least first sort of mass film. He might
Yeah.
have done some small stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
Trying to remember.
Adjust my glasses. Number
No, by the way, sorry. Also, what was the movie we were talking about? That was it was Planet of the Apes. But Do the Right Thing also dealt with obviously racial tensions and issues and things like that. It was pretty huge. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Number 11, Singing in the Rain.
Yep.
Is it Gene Kelly or whatever? Yeah.
I love this movie.
Yeah.
Donald O'Connor. Yeah.
Never seen it.
Oh, that's what it is.
Such a great
yeah,
movie.
Really?
O'Connor.
Yeah.
It wasn't Gene Kelly. It was O'Connor, right?
No.
Oh, he's in it too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Grace Kelly, right?
No,
Who's
Carrie
the other-
Fisher's mom. I'm blanking on her name.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Debbie Reynolds.
Yes.
Debbie
Yeah.
Reynolds. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so aside from this little acid trip in the middle of it, where they do this long Broadway dance thing,
Oh, I see.
that's the only part I
big
don't
dance
like.
number.
But the rest of it is such a good movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, great story too.
Scott remembers it. He was there on set. His dad was a stuntman.
remember that?
His dad was a stuntman.
He played the rain.
Yeah, I remember that. He took me. I was over in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Well,
gave
yeah.
you a glass of milk, and he went off and made a movie.
Rack
Right.
a little rack of
And
milk,
that's where it all
milk
started.
bottles.
Yeah,
Right.
I will say, even if you hate musicals, definitely worth a watch.
Interesting,
Such a good
okay.
movie.
And what's interesting, because I think I'm counting two that you've mentioned. I don't know if there's other musicals, but there was, what did you say? The
Sound
Sound
of
of Music,
Music.
and
Yeah.
then and this. But yeah.
Yep. Shining was a musical too, wasn't it?
I think so.
I don't think
Comedy.
so.
It was
He played the Saw.
Rom-com. It's
Yeah.
a rom-com.
Waiting for Guffman was they were trying to put on a musical.
That's true. Yeah, it was. Okay, now we're down to the top 10.
I don't know what that is.
folks.
Okay, top 10. This is where we get to guess.
Yes.
Okay, I haven't heard any Alfred Hitchcock, so I'm going for Psycho.
Ooh.
Psycho is number 1.
No way.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
He pulls it out.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm not guessing again.
There were some other Alfred Hitchcock ones on here too. Vertigo was on here.
Okay.
And there's another one.
North by Northwest.
Birds?
No.
North by
let's see it.
Northwest. No.
No.
War of the Worlds? No, that's somebody else.
But yeah, number 1, Psycho.
Nice. Okay. Other guesses.
Tombstone.
Dude, I wish that one. I think
Stop.
I'd take that one over Bridesmaids.
What
for
about
sure.
this, though? Are there any Westerns on there? Is there a Western in the top 10? Because that's an interesting
Magnificent Seven.
genre that might have been left out.
But I will say one of them inspired a great Western.
Okay, but I'm just saying, just starting with my first point, though. So on that whole 100, there's no Westerns.
I don't. Stagecoach is on here.
Okay. Okay. I don't really know that one. But
Interesting.
Yeah, I there's a lot I skipped, so there may
Okay,
be a few others.
so-
King Kong was on here.
Oh, King
12 Years
Kong.
a Slave.
Very good. Oh, yeah, 12 Years a Slave. is
Boogie
pretty good.
Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
It's so people
Parasite.
talk about it like it's really great, so I'll allow it. But I didn't think it was that fantastic.
No.
All right, top 10.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go Godfather just because I just can't accept that Godfather's
Number 3.
not on the list. Okay.
What about any of the Brat Packs like Breakfast Club?
No, I don't think any of those made it.
Okay. So we got Psycho, we got Godfather. We still have 8 more to go. And
I'd take Uncle Buck over Bridesmaids.
I know, right? That's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
good. Any of those John Hughes
Right?
films, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Even-
something. That's
oh,
what
you're
Brat
saying
Pack,
Ferris Day
John
Off?
Hughes, yeah.
But
That's like
But
Ferris
that's
Bueller's
the
Day
Brat.
Off.
That's the Brat Pack, not Rat Pack.
No, he said
That's what
Brat Pack.
I said Brat Pack.
No, but I thought you asked about Rat Pack.
No, he
films.
said Brat Pack.
Oh,
Yeah. So like 16 Candles, Breakfast
Yeah.
Club.
No, I know what they are.
Weird
Those,
Science.
They're all those John. No, that's not going to be on there. But those are all those John Hughes movies.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
okay, man, I have to put my cap on. I know
Some of
there's
these-
movies
some of
I'm
these go
missing. Are
pretty
there any
deep.
of the other military movies on there?
There's a military movie
yeah.
on here.
What about Saving Private Ryan?
It's number 10.
Okay.
Yep.
Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know if it's on
Such
there,
a good
but
movie,
that's a
but
good
it
one.
did not make the
Oh,
list.
wow.
See, what they did is.
Shawshank Redemption.
Ooh.
Nope.
What about? Okay, I'm going to say Platoon, but I'm probably
It's
wrong.
not even on the list, Scott.
Wow,
You believe
that's
that?
kind of weird.
Okay,
But
wait.
Platoon would be the other one, but I'm saying the
Yeah.
3 biggest military films are Apocalypse Now, Platoon, and Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, but whatever.
How about Schindler's List?
Wow, that's a good one.
Wow. I
Not
didn't even
on
think of that when I'm reading through this, but I do not see it on here at all.
Wow. Any Spielberg?
Raging Bull.
Oh, E.T. was on
Ooh,
there.
Raging Bull's a good
Bulls.
guess.
Yeah.
Not there.
Wow.
What about Quentin Tarantino? Are there any of his flicks on there?
Yeah, one of them made the top 10.
I'm going to
Really?
say Pulp Fiction,
It's
but I don't
Pulp
know if that's
Fiction.
what it is.
Number
Pulp Fiction.
5 is Pulp Fiction.
All
Yeah.
right, all right.
One of them's a Christmas movie.
Oh,
What about
really?
Citizen
it's going to be
Kane?
the
Miracle on
it's-
34th?
No.
Wait, what did you say, Scott?
Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane is number 4.
Is that a Christmas movie?
No, it's
No.
Gonna, it's going to be
He
Home
just
Alone?
said it. He
Holiday
just said
Inn.
it. No.
Holiday Inn.
No.
Wait, a
Man.
Christmas movie. Is it more modern or older?
No, it's older.
Oh. And it's not Christmas on 34th? Oh,
No.
Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Life.
It's
It's a
number
Wonderful
8.
Life.
Yeah.
Duh.
Dang.
So what are we missing? 3 or 4?
You haven't gotten 9, 7, 6, or 2.
Star Wars.
Wizard of Oz.
Number 2.
There you go.
Wow. Number
Good guess,
2.
Scotty. Good guess, guy.
Dang.
I don't think Star Wars only, unless you think it's better than what you said about Empire Strikes Back. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Is that
I
the
don't-
only Star Wars film on there?
Yes.
Interesting.
Is it the only science fiction film? Or
No,
I'm,
I
no,
mean,
I'm not
E.T.
the
was
only.
on
I'm
here,
not. I'm
no.
sorry. I don't mean that.
2001: A
I
Space
asked
Odyssey.
the wrong. There you go. I asked the wrong question.
2001 was number 7.
Okay, that was my question. Was are there any science fiction films in there?
Yeah. So you're looking at number 9 and number 6.
Wow.
Just 2? Can we get genres?
Yeah.
a
So
clue?
number 9, I'm actually not really sure. I know the movie, but I've never seen it. I couldn't tell you a thing about it.
Can you tell me if
I
it's?
might have to give it to you.
Well, can you tell me if it's?
It was made in 1950.
Okay.
What year?
1950.
What about? I'm thinking the Brando film. What was that one? Water.
Yeah, on the waterfront.
Yeah, on the waterfront, or there was another one.
Yeah.
On the waterfront's the one where he's yelling Stella, right? Stella. Yeah. 1950. I
Yeah.
bet you I know the movie, but I'm not really
My Fair
great
Lady.
with all the black
No.
and white movies.
That did make it.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
No.
That's a
Ooh.
book.
That
I'd
was
be guessing
great. That was a
books.
great movie.
But
The
that was a
movie's
great
great.
movie.
The soundtrack's amazing to that film, man.
What about? Okay, let's about the other one. What is there? A genre, I guess, or something? Comedy, action,
More, I would say
sci-fi,
more
thriller?
action drama, but this is the one I said inspired a western,
Oh, a
great
western.
western.
Got it.
And I know it's a movie you've seen, the western.
Of course.
Oh, the Western is a movie we've seen, but this is something that inspired it.
Yes.
It's not in the same universe or storyline. It's just more like that particular film inspired the Western.
I think the story in the Western is the same. It was just adapted into a Western.
Oh wow. It's not Magnificent Seven.
And I will say it inspired the Magnificent Seven.
No.
Yes.
It did.
Yes.
Wow.
But there's an older Magnificent Seven too.
Well, the original, yeah.
When was the
With,
original made? Do you know?
I don't know. It was
19.
with
It was Yul Brynner.
Yul
So it was
Brynner,
19.
yeah, he
I
was
don't
the main
know.
guy.
60s, 70s?
something like that.
Okay.
60 maybe.
Maybe,
Yeah, something. 60
So it
something.
inspired that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the same story, but it wasn't a Western.
Right.
Well, okay, so I got to think because I think
The
I
guy
heard
goes and
this.
rounds up a
I
bunch
think
of people.
I vaguely remember this from some of the interviews from the new one where they talked about that the theme of the story was from something else.
Oh wow.
And I can't think of what the something else was. But so it's Yul Brynner getting hired to defend a town.
And he rounds up a bunch of guys.
He rounds up a bunch of guys.
He rounds up 6 other guys. Yeah.
Scott's looking it up right now. He'll tell.
What
No,
is-
I don't know.
I'm just picking.
Yeah.
Are we going to kick
What-
ourselves?
and you're saying this other movie? Wait, is this the 1950 movie?
Well, the one I said was 1950.
Are they both 1950s older?
The one that inspired the Western is 54,
And the other one's 50.
1950.
Got it. So we're already dealing with 2 older movies. I gotta, man, I know there's movies I've heard of. I just can't think of epic or not really cool movies from that era.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you know how many actors that are in it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can look it up.
No, it's okay. I don't want the show to drag on, so I'm gonna probably give up. But I just can't figure it out.
Okay.
What's the one that inspired another movie?
Seven Samurai.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yep.
Chris Pratt was talking about it in his interview after when I was in the hospital. I watched the new one, and then I watched all the bonus features, and he was talking about the Samurai movie.
Samurai.
The Seven Samurai movie. It's a
Interesting.
foreign film too, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's a Japanese, I think, film.
Interesting.
That it's the what's that? The name of the Ronin thing. It had to
Oh,
do with
yeah.
Ronin and the samurai, and there was like this guy, and he was like the lonely guy, and all that. Yeah, I remember that now. What about the other one?
Number 9 is All About Eve.
Oh, I would have never guessed.
Yeah,
I've heard of
I
that
never got
title.
that
Right?
one.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Seen it,
I
Scott?
have heard
Who's in
that
it?
title, but I don't know. But
You seen it, Scott?
No,
Yeah.
you were
no, I said I would have never got
you
that
saw
one.
that
Right.
in middle school, Scott?
Yeah, I saw it in middle school.
Downtown
While
Stockton.
I was delivering milk on my iPad.
Just playing in the background.
I thought Marilyn Monroe was in that. She sure was.
Yes.
Betty Davis and Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. All About Eve. Yeah.
Yep.
I would have never guessed that.
So
I'm a little disappointed though. There are certain movies that I felt like should or would be on there, and they're not. Like
Yeah.
Shawshank, and there's
Movies
yeah.
like Blade Runner.
You said Saving
The
Private Ryan was
Matrix.
not on there?
it was number 10.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain was on here. Rosemary's Baby, Road Warrior.
Okay.
Matrix?
Is Road Warrior the Mel Gibson one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Early Mel.
Fargo.
How
Did
far
I say Wizard of
How about
Oz?
Dr.
You
Shivago?
did, yeah,
How
that was
about Dr.
number 2.
Shivago? Dr. Shivago, is that on
I
there?
don't see it.
No. What about that
Ben
other one?
Hur? How
How about the Ten Commandments?
Ten Commandments?
This will be the meal.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
They didn't like Charles Heston, did
I
they?
guess
not.
not.
on anything, man.
Keep your hands off of me.
Attack from Mars. I'm just kidding.
Mars
Mars
Attacks.
Attacks. I mean, yeah, whatever.
The piano
What's the
was
famous
on.
one with? What's the famous one with? Oh, what was his name? I just drew a
It's
blank
so
right now.
famous.
The guy that used to drive the car, James Dean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Number 1 with a bullet. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know anything he
Rebel
was in.
without a
Yeah.
cause.
There's a
Rebel
movie
with
called
Cause.
Bullet. Is
Rebel
Bullet
with
on
a
there?
Cause.
Is Bullet on there? Is Great Escape on there?
Oh, would you say On the Waterfront? Is that what the one you said?
On the
It was
Waterfront.
on here, number 36. I just
There you
saw
go.
it.
Stella.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Mel. I said Mel. That's a
Right.
Brando, Marlon.
Annie Hall, Lawrence of Arabia, something like
Annie
that.
Hall is
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Lawrence. There's some big movies on there.
That's another great soundtrack.
But there were
Lawrence of
definitely some
Arabia.
movies, again, that are probably in the, I'd say, mid-'80s to 2000. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Braveheart. I mean, where's
Yeah.
that? You know, I mean, it's like there's
Honestly, Last Samurai.
big, huge movies.
For me.
Last Samurai is pretty good.
should have
Yeah,
been
you're
on
right.
here,
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, these are great movies. I don't know why.
And then epics like
Yeah.
none of the Lord of the Rings.
Nah,
No.
that's campy.
It's because they were boring.
Yeah, they weren't that great. I mean, they were big and expensive. Like Avatar's not on there, right?
Avatar.
No.
Yeah. So those are-
Titanic made it though, and Alien made it.
I was
Yeah,
looking to
Alien
see
should
if
have
like
made
they
it.
picked one from there. I'm looking at 2003 when Last Samurai came out, and I don't see another movie from that year.
Now Ridley
Yeah,
Scott.
they would have
Ridley
had to
Scott,
skip some years if they have repeat years. Right?
Ridley
'Cause-
Scott did Alien, right? But then James Cameron did Aliens, right?
Yeah,
the sequel was
yes.
not Ridley Scott.
No, Ridley Scott didn't come back until I want to say
The third or fourth. Third one?
I don't, but I know he
Aliens
did
is-
the prequel. Well, he came
He
back.
did Aliens.
Aliens is
I
this?
feel like he did the third or fourth. Yeah, and then
Alien Eye.
Alien.
And I know that he also then directed the prequels, which I think there's still one coming.
Oh,
but,
yeah. What was that called?
Prometheus and all that
Prometheus,
stuff.
Yes.
Which is fascinating. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
fascinating for me. And I watch it and I love it. And I think there's one more that's still supposed to come out. And it sets up the alien. So it's almost like the Star Wars piece. Even though the imagery and stuff is
prequels,
dated,
yeah.
it's almost better to watch the other ones first and then
Right.
come back and watch Alien.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's sort of alien
Oh, this is where this all comes from.
going, right, but it's more like where did Alien come from
Right.
is the other ones.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. And it's all so far in the future, right? It's like 2143, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's almost where you got to look it up to get timelines right and all that because you get confused by the datedness of the movie.
Yeah.
So, and then Sigourney, she's in a few of them and then she ends up in, Ghostbusters. So, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's the same character.
Yeah.
What was it? The space one she did with Tim Allen.
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest. What a,
Such a
what
good
a
movie.
great movie,
Yeah.
man. Oh, that movie's so
Yeah.
funny. Her top keeps getting
Yeah,
big.
the
Keeps
zipper
getting more,
goes down
they get
lower and
every
lower in every
shot
scene.
Further in the movie, it's like it's down to her
That's a
waist
good-
by the
yep.
end of the movie.
It's
like,
a good topic.
It's like, what is going on?
It's a good topic. Well, guys, that was a longer show, but we loved it. It was Oscars is coming. Oscars next
coming.
weekend.
This Sunday.
coming weekend. Yeah. All right. So enjoy it. I don't know any of the movies that are nominated,
Me either.
and I probably haven't seen any of them. But not this year. It's kind of a weird year.
Yeah.
Watch it for somebody getting slapped.
Blush.
Sorry. Yeah, but it's kind of a cool time. But it's and now it's all politicized. It's weird.
I know.
It's like go play somebody that's I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to get into it. It's too long of the show. But anyhow, appreciate you guys. Maybe if you want, that'd be cool. Your favorite movie that you think should be on the list,
Yep.
or a movie that was on the list that is your favorite movie. Let us know.
Yeah.
And we'd love to keep the conversation going and
Let's do
discussion
it.
going. And so we appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to be
Do it.
out, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Okay, bye.
See ya.